Hi everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. It is Wednesday morning and I'm dealing with a pinched nerve from my weekend trip to Eureka Springs. So I'm moving a little slower this morning. But we are celebrating day 18 of the 31 days of Halloween, doing October daily MemoryDex style. And I don't know about you, but I am having a blast with this. So I'm going to move the 18 off the side. I'm going to move this off to the side. Let's see if I can make it fall down on me. This is our inspiration piece for this day. It is by Needle and Thread LLC on Etsy. Now they've done an entire bingo card. And so I'm changing it up a little bit. And I have done this. I've started with a piece of paper from one of my Stampin' Up! Halloween collections that we've been using. And we're doing a center tab this time around with the black. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that part down. I got to remember this is a new bottle and it squished out everywhere yesterday. So actually let's put it on the paper. I think it worked better. Putting it on the paper. Now remember, with Tombow, you don't have to be exact because it will squish around the edges. But I guess you do have to squeeze it to where it actually comes out of the bottle. I guess that's the trick to using the glue. You have to actually make it come out of the bottle. Bob is off this morning getting a serial number put on a gun that he built. So he's going to be gone for just a little while. So I'm going to get a little bit of work done this morning. I hope to get this done, and while it's uploading, and get that file index card thing done. And remember that we have to do 2 of them tomorrow. So I thought what I would do is I would get one completely done and be able to walk you through the second one. And then both of mine will be done. So there's that. Now I have this bingo card from one of them we've been using. It's from Ira Lamija shop. And so, see, I'm 5 minutes into this video and I've got glue on my fingers. Now I do know that I am going to come back and have to punch those holes out, and I'm okay with that. But I do want to come back and distress this with the black soot. There are I printed this out in 3 different sizes. Wallet sizes, 4x6, 4x7, 5x7. I'm not sure which size this came off of. I had it labeled, but I can't see it from where I'm at right now. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that down. And then I have our little witches, and these were he used a paper doll leaning against the fence. Instead of the fence, I'm thinking about just using just the paper dolls on that side. So let's go ahead. Before I do this, she's used an orange rickrack, and I have this orange rickrack trim that I've had forever from Michael's. And I thought what I would do is I'd put the orange lace across the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. I know I need about 4 inches. So I'm going to cut that just a little bit. I see the spot that I can cut it at right there. Let's go ahead and put that one in place. I'm trying to use up the stuff in my stash. I really am. Now, because this has a double-sided tape on the back of it, I'm okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run a little extra glue just to make sure that it sticks. So, do you celebrate Halloween at all? I have always celebrated Halloween. It could be partially because it's the Wiccan New Year. It's when we start our turn of the wheel all over again. Okay, now, I'm not going to punch those holes out yet because I know I have to come back when I put this on. So now I can go ahead and I'm going to raise this up just a little bit so that shows through. Run the glue across here, just around the edges. Might run a strip down through the center, just to give it a little squiggle. I like the squiggle. And I'm going to move that out of the way because I don't want to get glue where I don't want glue. Okay? And now, is that going to cause a problem with our number? Probably just a little bit. Now, I've got it on crooked. There we go. But we can still put that on there. And I think what I'm going to do, before that has a chance to sit, is I'm going to... You ever notice how when you don't really feel good, just even a little twingy pain, that it makes doing stuff even more difficult? Now, see, I don't have that centered on there. Don't have that centered on there. Now it's centered on there. And I can wipe that glue off of there. And there we have our 18 on there. Okay, now I want to come in and I'm going to use our dimensional dots. But before I put her on there, I want to come back and use our trim. And I know that I need to do... I need to go this way, so I'm not cutting through that other one that I don't want to cut through. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this off of here, and I'm going to use this to measure for the other side. So I know that I need to go on the side that's already cut. What is that not? Okay, this one needs to go up this way. Okay, so now I can do this. Okay, so I can come in here and I can snip that one. And let's go ahead and cut that off of there. Okay, now we're in business. Now, I do want to use the glue on here, because like I said, this trim I brought down with me from Michael's when I worked at Michael's. So, I'm not going to pretend that it's going to hold forever. So, I'm going to come through here and just run a strip of Tombow right down through the center of that. And I could have used my craft glue, but I don't think it was really necessary. With that double-edged tape on there, I don't think I needed it. And the sample one was kind of busy to me, so I didn't want to overdo it on this one. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so there's our trim in. And I do have a bit there. Now, I'm also using one of our moons that we've been using from Heather's collection, and I'm going to dust the edge of that one. Bob looked at this morning, and the first thing he saw was he thought it looked like the Grinch. What do you think? Does that look like the Grinch to you? Could be. Okay, now I am going to do this one on dimensionals because I want him to pop out a little bit. So I'm going to put actually the big dimensionals behind the moon. Paper scraps out of the way here. I am slowly trying to get back into the swing of things. Well, what I really want to do, especially with my hip bothering me, is just go curl up on my bed and turn on the massager and take a nap. But that's not going to get stuff done. So we're going to put him up here in the corner just like that. And then I am going to dust them a little bit just to define them. And then we're going to wind up putting them up on the dimensionals as well. And see, I thought about this one, but I thought they were kind of small. They kind of disappeared in the bingo cards. So I swapped them out for the next size up. And I think these pretty ladies are perfect. So I'm going to come back in. Then I'm going to use a couple of the big ones down on the bottom on their skirts. Just like that. Maybe I'll do another one in the center. I'm sticking to the ribbon over here. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do tiny ones on the back of their hats. And when I went in and placed the Stampin' Up! Order last week, I did go in and order more of my black dimensionals. I like my black dimensionals. There are going to be some changes to my channel after the first of the year. We're going to keep rolling with what we're working on. There's our little girls there. Now, I wanted something on the free space. And I thought about a spider, but I think what I want to do instead is I want to do one of the bats. Okay? What do you think? What do you think? I could have done an orange spider, and I thought about that too. But I think the spiders I have are too big. So I'm just going to go with the spider. I also had, I don't know if it's still here, here it is. I also thought about that, and I could put that down and put the bat on top of it. Just make sure we have our bats both fly in the same direction here, because I think it needs something for that bat to pop. So we'll go ahead and put this down, and I'm going to put that bat at an angle just to cover up that free spot, and then I'm going to come back with my glittery bat and set him right over top of that. What do you think? How'd we do? Without the fence and stuff, I don't think we need the little bitty ghosts. Although I did get some adorable ghost stickers at Target yesterday, or Monday, to go in my NaNoWriMo planner. If you are a writer, I've always wanted to be a writer, thought you might want to have to write a book, there is a thing on the internet called National Novel Writing Month. It's been going on seemingly forever. Ooh. And what it is you pledge to write 50,000 words in 30 days. Now, here's the thing. It was instigated by a man by the name of Chris Beatty, who was reading Moby Dick. And did you know Moby Dick is 50,000 words? And he thought, that's not hard to read, so it can't be hard to write. So let's see if we can write our own novel in 30 days. And National Novel Writing Month was born. I have been participating in both Camp Nanos, which is April and July, and in National Novel Writing Month, which takes place every November. And I've got a new goal this year. So, aside from the general stuff in November, you probably won't see me a lot because I have a book to write. I have a book to finish writing. So I'm going to be what they call a rebel. I'm not starting with a brand new book. I am going to finish an Ozarks Homecoming one way or the other. So there is our day 18 of our 31 days of Halloween doing October Daily MemoryDex style. I will be back here tomorrow with 2 videos. We will have our stick pull where we are doing the 2 file index cards using stenciling, quote, and a book page, and we will be back for day 19 of the 31 days of Halloween. In the meantime, remember to like, to share, subscribe, and click the notification bell because this roller coaster is still rolling around the track. Creative blessings.